Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm still doing my series of a rainy day at California Adventure. And so I'm breaking down some of the best indoor eating areas at DCA. So let's get started. Number one that I feel like has probably the most indoor seating that is not a reservation required is Flo's Cafe. We were able to find a section for my whole family. So there was like 12 of us. And we had to kind of like hover, wait for some people to leave. But overall, we were able to find a big section for all of us to sit in on this rainy day. We got to get warm. We got to have a nice meal. Because honestly, Flo's is actually decent food if you're looking for obviously kids love chicken fingers and fries and burgers. So it's definitely more of Flo's diner type of food. And so it works really great for our family. We got to have a nice meal, sit down, kind of regroup. And yeah, we were able to all sit inside. And there's maybe three sections in Flo's. Yeah. Because there's one at the very beginning when you walk in, there's one on another side, and then one on the back side, more by the bathrooms. And so there's plenty of seating, and it does get crowded, obviously, on a rainy day. But by far, the easiest place for us to all sit down and have a nice meal together with plenty of space was Flo's. All right, coming in at number 2 is Smoke Jumpers Grill. This is right by Soarin' towards the beginning of the park, and it's an amazing place for breakfast. That's mainly what I've eaten there. I don't think I've ever had their lunch or dinner because I usually pick it for breakfast because it's one of our favorites. But there's plenty of indoor seating, especially on a rainy day, and their outdoor seating in the front of their restaurant is still at least covered by a pretty giant pavilion. So you would still be able to stay dry if it's cold. Doesn't give you a break from the cold, but you should still be able to stay out of the rain, even in their outdoor seating. And I could see it obviously getting busy on a rainy day, but when we were there, it was still early enough in the day. There was so many tables available. So I would say this is number 2. All right, number 3. This would be a great place to eat on a rainy day. However, you probably needed to book 60 days out and get your reservation for Lamplight Lounge. They do have indoor seating. It's a beautiful restaurant right on the pier. Your views are amazing and the food is decent. People love it. But we had no luck getting in that day because we were a pretty large party. Now, if you're smaller, reservations get canceled and people change their plans. We had no luck with that day. They do have one where it's like a walk-up waiting list, but that section is still kind of outdoors. And so you would be covered, but you're not indoor, if that makes sense. All right, number 4 is Carthay Circle. I don't ever think I'm saying. This is another one. If you didn't get a reservation, bummer. We tried to get in. They have another walk-up thing like Lamplight Lounge. However, it's still kind of the covered outdoor eating area. And it's not very accommodating for big parties. It's kind of smaller tables. So that didn't work out for our day, but it could work out for yours. Number 5, kind of a random choice, but they just have so much indoor seating. I don't go there for food, but I would go there for a nice warm cup of coffee or hot chocolate. And that is called Fiddler Pfeiffer Cafe. And it's towards the very beginning of the park, right by the main entrance. You walk down a little bit and to the right is where Clarabelle's ice cream is. And this is where the Starbucks is located. So food option, unless you like to eat Starbucks food, that's where it's at. But I would just say if you're looking for a place to just get warm and sit inside and maybe grab a nice cup of coffee at Starbucks, this would be a great place to come and just rest from a rainy day. They have a great amount of indoor seating. And it's usually never completely full every time I go in there. And so this was my number 5, not really for the food vibes, but if you're just needing somewhere to come in and get dry and reset, this would be a great option for you. Okay, I hope that helps. Those are my top 5. Obviously, there's not a ton of great indoor seating, but usually Anaheim weather is amazing. So this is not usually a very common problem, but it does happen. So those are my top 5. I think Pim's Kitchen has a little bit of indoor seating, and I'm sure there's others that have small. These are the ones that I've tried and worked really great for us on our rainy day. So I hope it helps you, and I hope you can still have the best time on a rainy day in California Adventure. We'll see you next time.